Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Neil with CCS Investment Group. Today is Friday, August 9th, and I just wanted to start this video off by saying how thankful I am for the opportunity that I have to trade every day. Um, Not everybody is afforded this opportunity. It's come with a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of studying, a lot of long hours. But I'm noticing that, with all that studying, all that time in front of charts, in front of watching YouTube videos and reading, it just um, consistently adding to my knowledge base here. I'm becoming a much better trader, and I just see the progression of when I first started to where I'm at now. The evolution is just you know crazy for me to see. And I've been, it's one of those things where I like to keep track of my stuff. Like, I know a lot of people talk about these things, and when I first started trading, people were talking about, not even people, traders were talking about um, keeping journals, like journal entries. Journal every single one of your trades, whether it's a win or a loss, entries, exits, reasons for getting into those trades. And I thought it was a joke at first. It was just something that I was like, nah, there's no real reason to do this, right? But my with my stubbornness, I eventually caved, and I started journaling my trades, started keeping track of my wins, my losses, entries, exits, and again, the reasons why I took those trades. Now, with all of that, I just I just learned to go back to the charts, review my journal entries, and look. And eventually, it started sinking in that when I had losses, I saw what I did wrong, and I was able to correct those mistakes. And it's really just helped me grow, and it's just something that I want everybody out there to really start doing, that really start taking notes, like, and even if it's just making video, making content, putting the stuff out there, because even just this here, me doing these videos, it's helping me see my trades, seeing my entries, my exits, and it just helps me become even more precise, become a better trader, and just throwing that out there for everybody. Just continue to evolve, and continue your learning, because this never ends. It never ends. There's always something for us to learn. So everybody just keep that in mind, and I won't go too far in depth on all that. I'll stop now. So I can start my recap here of my three trades that I took today. Today I ended the day up over $265, and I took three trades, and they were all in the ES, all shorts. Um, my very first entry on the ES was around, it was a little after 11. Actually, it was like right at 11 o'clock. Was my trade. So to start it off, this morning when I woke up, got in front of the computer, I was seeing I was seeing the market trying to put in some highs and start trying to go higher. But I have like support and resistance lines, as you could tell. My last like 3 videos have had these lines on there. And as you could see, the ES hit this resistance line here, and just could not break any higher. And that, here, the market just started selling off. And we were the bulls were trying to buy it back up, but the bearish movement was just too strong. 'Cause you could see here is like a 5 minute candle here where the bulls tried buying it back up, but it was just, right here clearly sells off again, and that was a hard sell off right there. Just digging deeper, and again, bulls trying to get it back. Bears just continuing to just sell this market. And then we eventually found, some selling, exhaustion, right? The market just kind of got to that point where it just, kind of exhausted itself. It was just bought back up, and this is exactly where I was able to grab my short, or because I was waiting for this, because I mean, yes, you could have gotten it here. You could have gotten in here, but again, the thing is I try to get more of a precise trade, like precision type trade, right? So I waited for it to, try to get bought back up, and we hit this resistance up here, and I ended up grabbing my short at 2917, and I rode that down to 291025. So that was my very first trade, and I waited then at that point because that was going on. It was going on like lunchtime, at least for me. And so I had some errands to run. So I ended up leaving, and when I came back, we were down here. When I came back, we were down here in this area here, and this is an area that I was watching. I was watching all morning basically, because I said to myself, I wonder if 2900 is gonna hold. Just thinking that, they didn't want to take the bulls didn't want the market to go any lower than 2900, in which they didn't. This was a great area for like consolidation, accumulation here, and it was just price action accumulating here, and this is where the market just took back off, right? So I watched this move here, and I ended up grabbing another short. I waited for another exhaustive move to the upside here, and I took a short here at 2920, and I rode that to 291325. Um, so it was just underneath here, just underneath this support line here. So that was it. Then this quickly got bought up underneath this support line, and we just rode back up. And again, here it's kind of similar to what was happening down in this area. It's kind of just that, consolidation, trading that sideways channel there, accumulating, and eventually we, move back up. And then a little bit more of that action here, a little bit more right in this area here, right? So I waited, and then I started seeing this candle here, then this candle right here, this candle formed. I waited, and I took my entry at 2928. I shorted that aggressive move here, and I was out. I was out of this trade at 2923, which was just above here, right at almost like right at that Keltner band right there, and that was it. 3 trades, $265 today. So to cap off my week, I ended the week up $1,978. It was one of my most consistent weeks, and hopefully we just continue this consistent trading next week, the following week. If we just continue on with this, um, so again, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Get some studying in, get some playtime in, but most importantly, get ready for Monday, and because we're gonna be right back at this. All right, so everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.